So people that go directly to the Quran and the Hadith will go astray. They will go astray, and they will lead others astray. And the Prophet ﷺ said in the Hadith in Al-Bukhari that one of the signs of the end of time is that knowledge is taken from people, and he said, and then people will take ignorant people as their knowledge heads. These are the arrogant, ignorant ones. And he said they will ask them questions, and they will give them fatwa, and they will go astray by doing it and lead others astray by giving them that. And this is a big problem. So now we have this Daesh, what they call the Dawla al-Islamiyya fil Iraq wa Sham. You know, we have these people in Syria and Iraq, they're chopping off heads and doing all these horrible things in the name of Islam. Where are they getting their sources? They're reading the Quran. They'll quote you verses.
Yes.
Darb al-Riqab, the Quran says strike their heads off. They'll quote you verses, but those aren't the meanings of those verses. And that's why the Prophet said that these are people la yatajawaz al-Quran hanajirahum. The Quran won't go past their throats. In other words, they'll recite it, but the meanings won't get to their hearts. That's how he described them. And in the riwayah of Nu'aym bin Hamad in the chapter of Fitan, he said, when you see the black flags coming, you know, the black flags, and he said, then you see these people, they will have names where they, like Abu, Kuna, Asma'uhum Kuna, they will have names like Abu Fulan, and he said they will be, the Nasabuhum al-Qura, that their names will go back to towns and like countries, like al-Libi, al-Masri, al-Iraqi, al-Baghdadi. That's what he said. And then he said, and their hair will be long, right? And he said, when you see them, then he said these will be people without wafa. They're not loyal people, they're treacherous people. And he condemned them. So this is one of the signs, you know, that these people were warned about. But people don't know these things, they're ignorant. You know, and so people think, oh, this is the Dawla Islamiyya. It's not a Dawla Islamiyya. It's not. It's fawda. You know, it's anarchy. And you look at them, they're like little kids. I mean, they had one of them that was literally spinning a tank around. I don't know if you saw that footage from CNN. He was literally spinning a tank like adolescents do with a car. You know, when they get a car and they like to spin it in circles. That's what he's doing with the tank. I looked at him and I said, these are just little punks. You know, they're like kids, but unfortunately they're not kids. They're adults, and they're responsible for their actions, and Muslims are fooled by this. I don't know which Muslims, but there are, because there are people going from other countries, and I hope the Malay are spared that. I mean, a man came to the Prophet and he said, Ya Rasulullah, idhini fil jihad, I want to go on jihad. And he said, are your parents alive? And he said, yes. And he said, فَفِيهِمَا فَجَاهِدْ. Do your jihad by taking care of your parents. And also in Sharia, you have to ask your parents permission to go and fight. They have a right to say, no, you need to stay, I need you. They have that right. You know, Islam is not this simplistic religion. It's simple. Anybody can understand the basics of Islam. But it's a complex tradition. And you can't just think that these simplistic answers or solutions are going to address the real complex troubles of our